Mr. Foster, some notes from our lesson yesterday. Good first lesson, just some of the basics with fundamentals and setup that we like to do, and then a couple of feels in the golf swing. So the before is on your right, the after is on your left, and as you can see, we just kind of altered your setup a little bit. Looked like your hips were twisted to the back or to the right and open a little bit. So we got those hips shifted a little more to the right and got them square, kind of looked like your zipper was facing a little bit out in front of the golf ball. Changed that, and then we got a little bit of tilt in there for you. So I like to see the center of your chest or the buttons on your shirt just slightly behind the center of your pelvis or where your belt buckle is. And you can see this one definitely you're stacked to the left on top of. So after we did that and got used to that, that actually helped some of your alignment issues. You know, you always felt like you were aimed left when you were aimed correct, and we got you square there, and that corrected the visuals. But I would still recommend practicing with those alignment sticks, you know, especially the first half of your practice session when you get out there. The other thing we did, we flared your right foot just a fraction and then your left foot a little bit more. Just put your hips into external rotation so we can help with some of that load or turn, if you will. And the last thing we kind of did and felt is as you would turn into the backswing, you could see some shift at the end, how you get a bunch of weight, pressure on the outside part of that trail foot, that right foot there. You get some air under the toes of the right, and it just looks a little sloppy in there with your feet and then kind of going up the chain. So what happened is we had to transition a little different with the upper body, and the sequence and tilts were off until you got better on the left side and caused a couple of errors, mainly that push that we saw. So what we did after that setup is we got to feel like you kept weight a little bit more on the inside part of that right foot, keeping your lower body a little more stable, allowing that transition to be a little bit smoother. Now we also talked a little bit about that the sequence and tilts and how you start the transition, but I really think you know, for the amount you get to play and travel and practice all that, I think getting used to the setup and you know, feeling the weight on the inside part of that right foot and allowing your transition to be smooth. You know, sometimes we're out on the range for a while and we get going a little bit faster. Just focus on that. Shouldn't be too hard to change, and let me know if you have any questions.